Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Forever Brandon TV coming back to you guys with another video. I'm going to do a video on one of my favorite Hulu shows, and this is probably one of my favorite shows of the year. This is on Little Fires Everywhere, guys. It is, oh my God, such an amazing show. If you guys don't know, or if you don't have Hulu, if you maybe want to do like the 7-day subscription, or was it a 7-day subscription or something like that, you definitely should. Little Fires Everywhere is an amazing show. It's with Kerry Washington, and it's with Reese Witherspoon, and it's with a lot of other people. It's with Anika Nani Rose. I'm trying to think of some of the other people. Some of the people I don't really know too much, but you got it's just has a wide range of great actors, and the show is based on 97, the year 1997, and that year I had to been like what, 5 years old. But yes, guys, the show is a great show about working mothers, who go through struggle, who go through life. It's about women, it's about unity between women, about children, about their loved ones. It just has a deep message that I feel like anybody could relate to. More than just women, I feel like men can relate to it as well, because no child, born should ever feel left out, treated badly. And I really like it. No family is perfect, and that's another message that I really got from the show. But yes, it starts off with Kerry Washington's character. She moved to Shakers. I'm trying to remember which part. I'm trying to remember what city or what town it is. But yes, she moves to Shakers, and with her daughter Pearl. And yes, guys, to make a long story short, Reese Witherspoon's character kind of takes Kerry Washington's character in. And because she kind of felt sorry for her, because Kerry Washington's character was kind of sleeping on the streets in her car, and eventually she moved her into a house, a realty, because she does like realty, and Reese Witherspoon's character does the realty, but also she's also a journalist. And a little throughout the show, she kind of finds out stuff about Kerry Washington's character that kind of makes her kind of a scam. She kind of gets acquainted with the daughter. Reese's character kind of gets acquainted with the daughter, befriends the daughter, and she asks Kerry Washington's character to basically basically work for her as a maid. Now that was the part that I felt like was a little above her standards. But yes, guys, it starts with that, and then we get to know a lot about Pearl, Kerry Washington's daughter, on the show, and we get to know a lot about Reese Witherspoon's character. So basically, the show itself, it basically just talks about motherhood. Now that's one of the things, that's one of the most important subjects, and it also follows the Chinese character, the Chinese lady BB Chow. She is one of the other characters on the show who is trying to get back her daughter. Now before I dive deep into that, I want to dive deep into Reese Witherspoon's children, because her children are kind of like the spoiled ones. They're like, they have it all, they have this lavish life, that Reese Witherspoon has set up. Then you got the husband who is, trying to be on Reese Witherspoon's side, but then he doesn't really accept all her decisions. And it's just overall, it's just really a great storyline. You got Reese Witherspoon's daughter, who dates a black guy, the oldest daughter, I think, the second oldest, I believe she's the second oldest daughter, who dates a black guy who kind of deals with a little bit of the race issues. And then it also follows, Reese Witherspoon not wanting to have a fourth child, because in the show she has like 4 children, but when it got to the fourth child, she kind of dislikes her. Which is the sad part of the show. Now, I don't want to tell you guys too much, but just a little bit of a spoiler. And we really dive deep into Kerry Washington's character, who basically, she, went through college. She met and fell in love with a woman, Anika Nani Rose, who is one of my favorite actresses and singers too. Yes, we get to that. We find out a lot about that. And that story takes place in like the early 80s, but then we dive deep into a lot was going on between Mia, and a lot was going on between Elena. Now Mia is Kerry Washington's character, and Elena is Reese Witherspoon's character. And a lot has gone on between the early 80s. Within you will see if you watch it, a lot has happened. Now the term little fires everywhere, it took me a while to get into what that term meant, but it really made sense when it got towards the end of the show. You really understand what little fires everywhere means, and that part, kind of deals with a little bit of Reese Witherspoon's family. Now, Reese Witherspoon, I'm gonna tell you, I when it got to the end, I kind of disliked her character because, the subject matter of not wanting your kids, not wanting to be a part of your child's life is really sad. You brought the child into the world, but then you don't you really just don't like the child. You don't like your own child. That's the part that I disliked about Reese Witherspoon's character, and you will see that a lot. Her youngest child, Izzy, also known as Isabel, was probably the most challenging for Reese Witherspoon's character in the show. You will see. So it's a lot that goes on between their relationship, and it's not the best relationship. Between the other daughter, she eventually goes through life lessons, and she's seen as the perfect one, but in reality she's not the perfect one. But Reese Witherspoon's character, I should say Elena, it basically favors the other daughter, in the show. And yes, guys, just overall, I just think that you guys should really check out the show. It's tremendous acting. It's really a great storyline. I love the 90s references because I'm a 90s baby. I love the 90s references in the show. 1997 was one of my favorite years as a child. Coming up at 5 years old, I found out about so much stuff, was new to life, but it just really it really brings me back to those memories of being a child at that age. And 97 had the best music, the best movies, the best TV shows, and they put a lot of that with they put a lot of 90s references in the show. You don't see any cell phones, you don't see people on Instagram or Facebook, you just see just natural raw realness. One of the things that I didn't like as much about the show was that the kids kept cursing. Back then, you was known to get your ass whipped for cursing and stuff like that, as a child. But at least I was. But not to say that I didn't curse at that age, but that was one of my downfalls with the show, was just the kids was cursing too much. But other than that, just a all around great show. It's about women empowerment, but I can definitely to some extent relate to what women go through. Because I follow women. I follow what they go through. I follow what the story is about. I followed what the writer was trying to accomplish, because it's based on a book. And I really just think overall the show just is tremendous. Guys, definitely should check it out. I don't want to spend too much time about it, but just give you guys a little bit of a synopsis of what the show was about and what to expect. But when you get to the end of the show, that's when it really all boils down to what Little Fires Everywhere mean. And such a catchy title, for one. And another thing I really got into was the codes, the nicknames that Reese Witherspoon's character gave to her kids. The nicknames are really interesting. You had Moody, Trip, Lexi, Izzy. I really got into those characters, and then the show overall to me kind of gave me a Seventh Heaven vibe. Just those 90s shows that I used to watch coming up as a kid. Like Friends. Oh my God, it gave me a little bit. It had those Sabrina the Teenage Witch vibes. It had a lot of the 90s references. You would hear a little bit of Tupac within the show. You would hear a little bit of Mariah Carey with the as far as music. You would just hear a lot of throwbacks, that really made the show interesting and made it stood out. And then you just really got what I think whose character I think I feel more connected with was Kerry Washington's character, because Mia, because even though she didn't live a perfect life, have her with her child, she still tried to love her child, you know unconditionally, through all of that, through everything that went through everything that happened, finding out about, how she had the child, and the stuff about that. But yes, guys, definitely check out Little Fires Everywhere. It's such an amazing show. I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely for the women out there. I honestly never read the book before. By Celeste Ng, if I'm saying the name, Celeste Ng. I think she's the author. But yes, guys, I really think it was a smart idea for them to make a show off this, because I feel like this show can help someone, and the fact that it's done in the 90s is the best part to me, because I really, like I said, love that. I love that part about the show. But yes, guys, check out Little Fires Everywhere. It's on Hulu. They have 8 episodes. Just get into it. But yes, guys, definitely check it out. Hopefully I didn't say too much, but hopefully I gave you just a little small glimpse of what to expect within the show. Hopefully I said the right stuff. But yes, guys, definitely check it out. It's on Hulu. This is your boy Forever Brandon TV.